And the IGP has the keys. He's locked it up. We've arrested it. And we want to make sure we pursue sound policies to keep the city stable, but it has appreciated for this year. Inflation has come down from 15.4% when we came into office to 12.8% now. In the first 2 years of an MPP administration, under this Infrastructure for Poverty Eradication program, where every constituency will get $1 million every year for rural and deprived communities. Under this program, there should be no village or community in Ghana after the first 2 years that would have a water problem or a toilet problem. There should be no village or community. Once the Ghana cedi has obtained the dubious distinction of being the weakest performing currency in Africa at this point in time. Interestingly, the NDC Green Book claims exchange rate stability as one of their unprecedented achievements. In an open economy with market determination of prices, exchange rate movements are the most important indicator of underlying macroeconomic fundamentals. As the saying goes, when in doubt, observe the exchange rate. The lesson from history for governments is that you cannot manage the economy with propaganda. In fact, you can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. The type of free fall that we are seeing with the cedi exchange rate is a vote of no confidence by market players in the management of the economy. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But it is warped logic to jump from that to a conclusion that if there is depreciation in your currency, then the fundamentals must be weak. Do you understand the logic? It is very warped logic. If the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. But if the exchange rate...
Are we taxing mobile money because we have mobile money at Tuska?
Yeah.
No government revenue bill.
No, the point is that you are not taxing mobile money, and it is, for me, my view and that we should not tax mobile money, because mobile money transactions, a lot of the people who are using these transactions are very poor people. I hear the incompetent one says he wants to come back. He wants to come and do more damage. As if he didn't do enough damage. Well, we are waiting for him. We are waiting for him. We are waiting for him. Oh my God. A lot of our opponents thought we were dreaming. Everything they think is impossible. By the grace of God, we are going to make it happen. 20 months in office, apart from cleaning the mess of incompetent economic management. That alone is work in itself. Apart from cleaning the mess, competent economic management, we are putting in place the structures that will deliver. And we are going to see some major changes in 2019, where we begin the full-scale operation of the Sino-Hydro facility. You will see major roads, major interchanges, and so on, bridges. We are spending almost 1.5 billion out of the 2 billion on the road sector for this reason that our roads have been left unattended to. Even though they kept saying they've done so much infrastructure. Every district here, you'll see the problems you have with roads. Every district. You will ask every district. Get to the Eastern Corridor and ask what happened. But this is going to be one of the areas we start when we start in 2019 on the Eastern Corridor. There's a major infrastructure effort on the way. And the whole of Ghana, by the grace of God, will feel it when we start in 2019 in earnest. There's work also going on the railway sector. All of you have seen that we have begun the rehabilitation of the railways. Work is going on, the Eastern Line, the Western Line, the Central Spine. I'm very excited about the possibility of taking the railway all the way to Paga. People think we are dreaming, but very soon it is going to be possible, because this is the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We just have to deliver. We dare not fail. We have a higher duty. We have a higher calling to the people of Ghana, and the MPP and the Nana Akufo-Addo will deliver. God bless you. God bless you. People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast. It's a real tourist hub, and between Greater Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast, you have a triangle that really is a lot of hub of economic activity. You can build railway lines between them, and it's a major growth pole if we put an airport here to drive infrastructure growth. Of course, we are going to continue to see toilets, Amamu. You see toilets. In all, you see 8-unit toilets, 4 8-unit toilets, 32 toilets in all. They take your IC. This government, they put delivery trackers, also toilet. Toilet be district assembly, them work. Why national government, they tell people waiting you do, then toilet to be district assembly. That one we know the count. Next month, ladies and gentlemen, we are digitizing the school feeding program. And next month, I will launch, we looked at it last week, it's all set. Next month, we will launch a digitized school feeding program. We will know every school in the country, every day. If you feed them rice and beans, we will know how many students you have fed, we will know.
We are not at the GPRT. We are not at the GPRT. We have not get directives from our people. We don't work with that so-called GPRT. Listen, tell them that it doesn't take only petrol to run transport. Go and ask the price of a tie. They'll be buying for 70 cedis and 80 cedis. It's not 200 cedis. You see this small car. Ask me how much the last time we bought it. How much was it? Brake fluid that we buy. It came to 12 cedis. Now it's 35 cedis. I can take you there for you to go and ask. They should start that rubbish. If they are forgetting the basic of economics, it takes energy, population, and transport. And if you are killing one, who carries the two? Go and tell Baumia, if the fundamentals of transport is bad, the economy will expose you. Go and tell him that. They have been exposed. Go and tell Baumia, he said if the fundamentals of the economy is bad, the dollar will expose you. Tell him that if the fundamentals of transport is bad, it will expose.
If you have a leg, the thigh is supposed to be bigger than the calf. If the calf becomes bigger than the thigh, then it means there is sickness in the leg. Because if you are spending most of your money on secondary education and less on tertiary and basic, then there's something wrong with your educational system. And so the government has budgeted 2 billion cedis for free SHS for this academic year. If you have 2 billion more to spend on education, will spend all of it on free SHS so that even when people can afford to pay, they don't have to pay. Because today there's no system where if my child goes to a public secondary school and I can afford to pay, there's no system for me to pay.
The issue of free education, I don't think it's something that any of us can compromise on, you know, and true, it may be that they have to be changed.
Abusi anyumre me mo adwo mo akwaba me ye sure say na otwe wie ye eniama ko ye de ma ye ne ayekwa ye ye ne ekwa engagement ye ne ekwa wedding ye ne ekwa badinto ye ne ayanko ba bia asoso yiri setwede amponyankopo adaroma obi bia ho ye nyumre mo adwo mo akwaba de ba Amanyosem dwumadi so free sabre ko sinu nu ba ko bebo na ye Ghana ho nkomo ne ye ba bedie na otwe wie ye nsem bebre so enati ye kase yi kane mampeni dada John Dramani Mahama wa hye ne to obase from Bono region at a water and some no to gumsa and they did hunkomo. Sanso in a parliament last week, our finance minister day a year 2025 comes Kakotu and Mino Kase and Penny Forcing Kunya or more a pacing and some whom our honor. The best answer no so. Nayaka. Then I see sorry, MPP General Secretary era, yeah, just a chomus you made every party, me a 450 or more membership. 2 former MPs. Adenta and Medina, Michelle Lawyer Boabia Samoa, NCAB, I know the National Communication Director, MPP Amanyuku, any Yera Abubakar Sadiq, I know also MP for Medina, and China Minister for Zongo Development, or no Susie Yinedi, former General Secretary, and now Hininto, or also Adea Hono, and after former National Security Coordinator, non handle Kutuka International Airport. A year hopes in a day on say in a see Akunya. I just say, and also have a topical issue. Pantene, a bit answer, no so I won't come on. Make out say the Diane one. And a better phone line, a better course, no, a year after discussion. After discussion, a be phone line, so not to know what to me afraid. Now what to me actually what we name so send what just a WhatsApp or number and the screen so no, and you would send WhatsApp. I didn't send first to Fabro. Dini baby, I send messages in the free no. My name rantam ni to making kind in terms of so that ye one. Me also share live original TV, share live original TV so no. The social media handles. The new technical challenge original TV official page. You know, streaming live on my personal page, which is Huntor page. Ye follow to bet me, but ya share link no or original TV Facebook to course wa bet me and follow honor to me and like you comment to honor ye bet me I can comment in so at the did this amount from the captain of the Dresher bit my from my mafia major so na be anti kuye emfa emana ene ye behye nkomona symptoms se de be mpanyimfo betime nya kwa no matima kyerɛkyerɛ madwen eye ade afa ensema hodo ho na ade ba ko a ene epie ewo 2024 budget ni mu no ene say yesi cut you coat according to your size wo hwe okese so aboa no wo hwe ne kese so no wanwunu ne bu enti wo ye budget e wo hwe problem awowo how or money womb na wo de ho akohomasika na wo de aba enti ye bisa say ye budget ya finance minister na no kogina parliament o kenkan ye no de twetwe mu nyina no ekwan be so na be address ye Ghana ye challenges aye wo mama ne the first issue and ye be but before that mama bedwafo akwaba yenua Solomon Asante national communication team member and the new Patriotic Party MPP wo fidio masanso na yenua Samuel Ikwe national organizer edema LPG Amanyuku yenua Kensiri Haruna Maliba enso so national communication team member edema the opposition National Democratic Congress NDC penyefo mama wakwaba
yenua ondo
achapo me de
the
radias papa I'm just a very how did you receive the news party general secretary issue statement for prominent members you already for declaring their support for a presidential candidate, none other than Onye MPP flag bearer. How did you receive it? Ufi say, is it the right way to go? Consequences in so and so is likely to, pop up after this decision. With 3 minutes.
So that's I mean, it didn't come to me as a surprise.
Why?
Say, you know very much. Say, Tama, if that's prior to the super delegates, no. Now I was the communication director for Greater Accra for Area and Chairman. Is that not it?
Sure.
Tama, you call yes, but delegates you already declared intention. I was here, you asked me, and I said, yes. I was in a party, any share party. The ideas will cry, and then any year, the way of comporting our party, actually, me say, he can be a good leader. But, my link was because we were in a political party. If he has decided to drop her, it does not necessarily translate into me dropping.
Okay.
What me I say? Because I didn't see na reminder me. Yes, I don't call it say it means I revoke. No. Just say or kai wom inipa na keke. Because as a former general secretary like not hearing to, as a former national communication director like your friend is say
Lawyer
Boabia Samoa, you can't tell me any former MP like Sadiq Boniface, any former communicator also in the person of Hope Senado, you can't tell me say omu nim your friend is saying your constitution. And yes, Mitiere no hearing to interview be and you may want me true. He was just alluding to what I'm saying. I mean, he knows to say I didn't know my triumph no papa wage. I say from the day Alan can say or step aside, they have been always with him. John Dim said that position I was taking. It goes with say he has elected to leave the MPP as a political party. He knows when there is just an affirmation of the action they have taken. And he also went further to say in fact, the political party MPP, is right in taking that decision because that is what it means. That is what it means. I'm opposition taken. It means they are no more in the MPP. And no kekena yera Justin could you have General Secretary Ababe Bo Munkayese. Say candidate, a candidate, you have a general election. Na obi onu be contest sa candidate, onu nechi na mo MP before mu didie. E just say mu toso enye, ye be per Article 35 of your constitution. And jitu mu say the action, they know the outcome of it, you know. Omo de omati say that e bia ye na afi na ye bonka ye njafe ne ye ti dia. Omo de omati say that when I don't see it to be anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, all right. Baron. Minia. Be here class e matches a letter we di aba. Entimi provoking crofo wa say ho say ne so ye call butterfly just to provoke crofo.
That's say Ashafo nyina in Chia Liberal Party of Ghana for me two brothers they be Monday Shemwa Amaliba and me senior brother Solu and then me na mincha also no apam for yes me hu ye no me hu dream me kakra mum die but like you say your internal affairs every political party be our the rules and regulations our mudie ejuma which to the free party mu by me bra Solu aka say Crawford na nkasa no mu da ho say omo twen say that dey ebesi and then as a party I don't know how they handled it before they came to that conclusion. It's their internal affairs. But I'm sure they've also watched the advantages and disadvantages of what they were about to do. Say the advantages will be more than the disadvantage. Say so local. Ono so you be anko so ono so ni ala na eko. But o se party mu no hia no. Enti say o free party mu dia na o mane bye bye. I think the rest of the people also, most of them also have the same mindset. At the same time, we be muswa or more than a beko. Etino, ye esi ni say ya, ye dia sida, the man yankopon. Yes, a person will be fee, SNE fee. But these are all some of the possibilities are a beboa me to me. Enya your elections ni mu ayefe, ni mu ayede. It's say when the forces are becoming more, definitely they will not get the same vote now. Omunya 2020 elections. Anya ye krombe lusu one vote. Omu lusu krombe lusu alan vote. So the other people omoko kano hono so are part of the vote that they will be losing. Election ye kwa internal ewi ni krans ya external because also internal la from national executive, regional executive, constituency executive, branch executives ni nyina anu. Oka omu nyina vote kra na omu vote nye vote ketwa. So if these people are leaving, definitely they will be leaving with some of these people, which will have effect on their vote. And there, a little effect on their vote. But like I'm saying, I am not with them. Okay. I don't know the decision that pushed them to take this. But I was thinking, say, the current administration or more party, more first that they should control. And if they think this is what they will do, next election, or more some slogan be our motaka.
Break the 8.
Say break the 8. After so 2016, or chairman, any other party executives, win election. So they have this belief that will be a sign of party any effect for them on their vote. Maybe that's how they are going about it, which we wish them the best. Decision be on take, a bebo party. But to me, what I'm seeing, division now no must start today because so share or more ayabubo mudini bibria majority fall in line with the Ashanti caucus. Definitely there more will also be dropping. And let's not forget there are people in the party to say bra solo back ebekan wa hase no say on crofo 83 for mu party ni mu a omo tahala ne chin so omo nya den omo yi omo ni mu pie. So we may not know from now to the 2024 elections dia ebepie mu aba pa bibia echi no ya we show well said if there is peace in their party it will make the election run smoothly until no ya bompa say omo be work internal issues no na ya politics no aye kabima minke bi ebenya ne to ma fefra but party dey wo mu a e won mra which say you go against the mra party wo ho kwan say we ka say wa form mra me betna wo be study me am betna na mu raise topics bi am to make a sure say maintain party response about this. So I'm going to speak as a Ghanaian, a citizen of the country, but not speaking in the name of the party on that particular issue. Because some issue statement, because can be a boy bra, any party nemra ebo bra. Definitely, I was so much me sign because me go against the rules and regulations. Unless a party no who say no, akwa way, those said the away no, young koso nene nkasa say be to me. Ama why stable na ejumana koswa, then it's internal decision. So they have made their decision. All right. We have to respect that.
Okay. Amaliba. Mobaka kon convince no abe join mo na.
Ma minchia na minchia ya hwefo na. Mfanchia kasi so ma minchia me party mun penifo to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the leader of the NDC, and inshallah the incoming president of Ghana, January 7th, 2025. About the development in the new patriotic party, leading to the expulsion of Brian Boaben Asamoah, and then but at face Abubakar Sadiq, Matisa Yese Waronsu, or a former MP.
Okay.
Or him to the Martini because of committee or co-chair about the Mampine Kufuado, embezzlement of party funds, and a report by the Matisa Dini Pay. And hopes Nadoye, Onoso Matidino San say, Sewa Bruni, and the ones and some by Mampine Kufuado. The Ghana Fosika a high plane, if you win a blue job on one send by the womb into Matisa Dini Pay.
We draw that way.
Draw.
Okay,
live TV.
Was one team Matrian Honor sign. But Matiso, he was a pimp. One of your link between Pineku for Nessa Bruni, Tibatisa Dini Pay. Young cotton cotia, a bind partner say, or more ye something inform me a 9-way every party. But Sammy, I'm personally really cut a bit more, but update me, my changing my phone to me who that document, we portion of a penny minya. But a Japadia document, a chief I should forward to me Google that document. To just Google a Japadia document PDF, a baby document number. So we caught the forward, page 1 of Sakratana. I think paragraph last back 4, or this last back 3 or so of page 2. A kind of PFA say the Asante faction in the MPP are gearing up to take the party after Nana's tenure in 2024. But with hard work, we can hand over the mantle to someone, preferably from the north, under whose tenure we can secure the maturity of our takeover project. The Omokainano Saokan free, page 1 of the forward name banner, the Omokan say, paragraph 1 of page 1 say, for our future, and this document of Oforipenin Fie Japadia Kratano, the will of the nation that they have prepared for themselves and the future generation that belongs to Oforipenin Fie Omufichebi. Into Mampenia Kufado and a chim for Omotia Kunyosisiano. Ya ono dear Nimuno. Ya Gana for Twabamano, a drain say, Wafagana say a chim for Mufichebi Moja Padie. Into a so moya japa, or moya crat had a toe or minus so, Nabia Bush affordia. Now, a Santifona war MPP Munu, Person Moja partly free, a chim for insem.
1 minute.
Good. Now, who be here say, Ombayan to Tria, bet me a Danny, a Kunyana diama, will be a free slim, said about your bet me a potine chi. Na fe, or more far or mining wa, na Japadi on people more from, Mode, at your Modia Yediomupe. And unti no ma priya a pama santifona kusi nchen ya alandia humiti a film so no no kalan ho ho humiti nti no de tia yimre na nimu atwa oyi enti no ma ekoso na mu yi empenimfo obo mu din na free party ni mu no enye wonwa sanse ya ye tia kira ya hwe omo no ye hunsa no ma we sena nkwanso eba. But don't forget, there is a publication I'm reading this afternoon say Western North MPP executives are more boycott Vetina Ecoso towards their parliamentary elections, if you are aware of that.
No.
Good. These are the beginning of development. Sammy, MPP party, a good. There is nothing like a party. What exists now is of European Fear Club. Led by Mampine Kufuor, the greedy man God have ever created. So you portion of born, so I can't tell. So what is happening now is a true the nature of the MPP, the ugliness of it is not coming out. Other than that, party being who are all call elections at the near Bristol where we near bar or this should also be a signal to Miami Party, the NDC. It appears to me that Nkrofo said we are going to take power on the silver platter. I fully agree with my boss, Sami Jemfi, interviewer of Grantee, and he emphatically maintained that NDC will never be complacent as a result of member Ecoso. I want every NDC member to take that interview and the message he tabled seriously. Go down to the base. Let us work together and make sure, say, until President Mahama ever declare winner, near sworn into office in January 1724, we will not relent. But as for
okay,
there's a political marks in that state that when your enemies are killing themselves, don't advise them. We wish them well.
Lawyer Boabian Samoa, after upon receiving the news, or write up will be. We have a copy here. Yankin Kakafene moving on. Or say for future of membership pursuant to provision of Article 3, Clause 9(1) of the new Patriotic Constitution. Or say my attention and that of my esteemed and politically principled colleagues, Hossein Adoye, Nana Ohininto, and Sadiq Abubakar. Sadiq has been drawn to numerous media outlets to statements purportedly issued and signed by the General Secretary of the MPP, captioned as above. Though none of these persons mentioned has received a personal copy, we accept our resignation from the MPP and pledge our commitment to Ghana's success through our support for Alan Chamantin. We also take this opportunity to respond and set the minds of concerned, well-meaning patriots at ease. First, our public conduct in unconditionally and with great conviction supporting the high-flying independent candidature of Alan Chamantin for president. is against the MPP constitution, which provides for automatic forfeiture of membership under Article 391. That is incontestable and therefore need no formal written notice. Unfortunately, for the party's leadership, the wholesale application of the poorly written Article 391 may not be serving the interests of the general membership of the party well, by not differentiating between support for presidential and parliamentary candidate. Conduct against a presidential candidate results in the forfeiture of the parliamentary votes as well. This is clearly out of step with the fast-developing political culture of skirt and blouse, where voters increasingly miss their choice of presidential and parliamentary candidates based on factors other than what the party leadership says. His Excellency benefited from skirt and blouse when he won 10 constituency in the central region, where NDC won the parliamentary seat. Are those who accepted the president but voted otherwise at parliamentary level to be sacked? Hundreds of thousands of MPP members and millions of sympathizers are deeply unhappy to skew delegate election in favor of choices that may not necessarily be popular with the general electorate. Indeed, the mafia approach is against Article 55 clause 5 of the 1992 Constitution, which demand democratic principles in internal party processes. Whilst there is value to being part of the organization like a party, continuing exclusionary practices quietly erodes loyalty and conviction over time. Secondly, the same Article 55 clause 2, which gives the right to join political party, also gives a right to support political activities as an independent under 55 clause 10 and 16, considering that the right of political party to sponsor a candidate does not exclude their right to independent candidates nor their supporters to participate in general elections. It may not be prudent to continue to reduce one's membership with archaic rules. Thirdly, in the profound wisdom of the 1992 Constitution, qualification to the presidency of Ghana does not require a political party affiliation. Article 57, clause 1, 58, 6, 58, 62, and 63, clause 1, 2, 3, and 94, dealing with the nature, qualification, and powers of the office, have nothing to do with parties. Furthermore, exercising the powers of the presidency do not require party authority. In office, a president appoints and runs a government under Article 70, Article 76, Article 77, Article 78, Clause 1, 2, and 79 without a stated party present. A voter does not have to be a member of a party to benefit from the presidency. Fourthly, the public is keenly aware that the selection of His Excellency Vice President Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia as presidential candidate of the MPP was the confirmation of the process carefully designed to have only one outcome, because it was choreographed. There is nothing new or surprising to offer the voter public. Arguably, the patient Ghanaian voter has been shortchanged by the presidential candidate selection processes of both the MPP and NDC. The lack of genuine choice of candidates at party level translates into a loss of trust in duopoly politics and increasingly apathy. Hence, the loud chorus of credible third force leadership if democratic practices is to be sustained for the benefit of youthful voters. That is why a bold and viable candidate like Alan Chamantin meets the need of the time. And as I and my friends, Hupsina Doye, Nana Ohininto, and Sadiq Abubakar Boniface, in our support for Alan Chamantin, a man of vision, competence, integrity, and action, represent millions of Ghanaians who want to serve the country with a clear conscience. We are upholding the preamble to the Constitution, Article 1, 2, Clause 3, 17, Clause 1, 2, 3, Article 21, Clause 1, 3, 35, Clause 1, 4, 5, and 9, 37 clause 2A, and above all, Article 41. Finally, the 1992 Constitution recognizes a coalition government. A coalition is defined by the Oxford Dictionary as temporary alliance for combined action, especially of political parties forming a government. Alan Chamanti wants to bring Ghanaians together in the next election in a government of national unity to take Ghana and redirect Ghana onto a positive trajectory. Nowhere in our constitution is it specified that Parliament is bicameral or that only a majority and minority can operate in Parliament. It is a fiction sold by the standing orders. Article 97 clause 2 states unequivocally that a member need not lose their seat under 97 clause 1G and H if their party is a member of coalition government. Article 103 clause 5 admonishes the Committee of Parliament ought to reflect the different shades of opinion in Parliament. Article 104 talks about a majority of members present and voting and does not refer to majority party. Ghana is ready for a political third force capable of breaking unproductive duopoly politics. We do not need a change of constitution to effect the change of leadership that the party are incapable of offering. We have Alan Chamantin. Together, our support for his independent presidency will unleash the development energy being suppressed by tit-for-tat duopoly politics. Yay! And Tiasama Bobia Samuel Kenyan say we could let them buy here because of monoparty constitution as stated that. Now, some mobile and Sadia and Munko Central Region President Kufuado or Rene Presidential Parliamentary Mulusu into Munko and Crawford, the moon new Munina and Femfrim. Now, to become a president in Ukraine, you don't need to be a party. You're to abandon your constitution. It doesn't talk about your party, it talks about all Besum Ghana for you. And to Omodia support MIA Lanko Jochman, Ting, or Nebay at the MPP NDC for over the years. Omontuminian to Omajo to my say they have more division or Marcus or my psyche or Madrid. Last week, some people were talking about they were mentioning the name of Peter Meu. Peter Meu, just also lawyer, but any public. But I know saying the coming days a better. Last week, Zebeto just said former MP for just so a year also do me. One also they were raising crowd, also straight to Yera Lanchamate or the support to Koraise, Boba. A lot of things will happen. Anyway, let's move on. Solo 2024 budget. Ghana will issue with the year inflation. As we speak, you can see inflation about inflation is about 35%. Okay, we are not to change. Say exchange rate, we say Ghana yen tria external debt no krana ye be here dollar dear triano. They say exchange rate and 12 cities. Echo. Your debt to GDP is still high. We are still borrowing. And Yamaho cost energy sector debt, a dahonya that Kakatwa, Naku, Foka, the Etomo, a lot of things. How does 2024 budget finance minister presenting in last week? Addressing all these concerns. Ordinary Ghanaian will face okay. So 2023 quite a number year based on this budget are buying their banner there. 2024 Nyamumbe Yemre. Patch up if your time no. 10 minutes.
Merci, Huntor. Budget to some for Edibeto on my name. Sebi, o share Oshasiye 2023 macroeconomic performance. And performance no share that's 2023 there. Overall real GDP that's as of June 1.5%. Or share non-oil real GDP June 1.5%. Or share end period inflation and also 31.3%. That is no share overall budget deficit as a percentage of the GDP 2.1 or share primary surplus around 2.6% of the GDP, debt to GDP and also around 66.4%, and then gross international reserves, that's import cover, and then also 0.8%, 0.8 months. Then share macroeconomic goals to support the medium-term objectives. the macroeconomic goals to support your medium-term objectives. Now, or implementation of the IMF supported PCPEG, that's a post-COVID program for economic growth, including as PCPEG. It includes the macroeconomic stability, the fiscal consolidation, that's the aggressive domestic revenue mobilization. Also, when we macroeconomic goals be or the support to the medium-term objectives. Say be ya say you maybe as on my economy within the medium term or anticipate say with that objectives not just macroeconomic goals not destination by within the medium term that is why he's looking at the implementation of the IMF supported PC program the buyer you go so implement it a bit me so yasina kwa do baby and numerous now chess macroeconomic stabilization there be a microeconomy be stabilize after so your fiscal a bit me consolidation of the fiscal then or share aggressive domestic revenue mobilization, expenditure rationalization, and then structural reforms. But when they come here, me social protection. To share your pro-poor policies, LEAP, capitation, and school feeding. Aye near sebi indicators be out the ebe mu a o kire says a we nu nyina ye niema ebe support ye hyemu ke na etimi support the long term medium term objectives. Then about the completion of the debt restructuring program. Say be any complete finalization and implementation of growth strategy with a focus on value addition. When nyina we no dey ko sees ya agric ya industry ni tourism eno niema miense bia sebi ebetimi aboa amasa ye economy na ye hwese ebe sakra from sany ehunu sese no into another pedestal no sa agric industrialization and tourism these places. So I wasn't surprised when he was mentioning tourism because tourism no for some time now no there are other tourist sites bia buying no etimi a develop to ensure say bit me rake in some bit me generate some income. I think say those places in Iran your friend is saying normal period from morning to evening, you know, but places so baby so season, you know, say kasi Iran ako into 24-hour operation. I think say no a bit me aboa because over we say Kwame Nkrumah Muslim. The way I drain you have lighting system in here, man. If we are to make use of the lighting system, now a bit me as several stories as trash, not only during the day, but in the evening. Na obia a juma na baby went to be a daytime, you know. Obit I think a hospital ya debe was a timishwe. To me candy or no can I'm looking at baby so I'm forcing ye de come one a bit me abwa a year or mine impuntu. Now uba a year ne medium you know kana or sanso the shame say once ye wo election day him no na was say yetimi hwe ne yetimi so air governance institutions NCC and electoral commission asenom so betimi because we can't take them out from this year budget mo aye election year day him they definitely almost was say bibi call mo hono mutimi e so so wasen di juma then obehwe the medium term macroeconomic target and only from 2024 to 2027 as 2024 2026 5 6 7 4 years that period, you know, and also or say near may be see anyhow expectation done in this one the overall real GDP, you know, to grow at an average rate of 2.8%. Now, if you say the non-real GDP growth, you know, will grow at an average of 2.1%. Now, for inflation, is also being what say it will fall within the target band of 8 plus or minus 2%. Now, for gross international reserves, that's to cover at least 3.5 months instead of 0.8. Now, yeah, say the friend is 2023, no, it could do here. So at least by 2027, now we are expecting say gross international reserves. A bit to me, that's the import cover. A bit to me, I could do 3.5 months of imports. Then after they share 2024 macroeconomic targets, also overall GDP growth, at least for 2024, is expected to go by the rate of 2.8%. Non-oil real GDP growth so around 2.1%. At the end of December 2024, inflation rate is expected to be around 15%. Just a name is by December 2024 ending. Now I was see inflation rate na year come was say and I'm 35. Yes, in do baby I was see do ye. You go so a year ko. But I was say by December ending now it made 15%. That's 2024. But any me was say bit me achievable because we said last year 2022 we period year December November December 2022 and now 54% that way now just a year after no it may be about 35 and yem say from 35 no it's possible say bit me move to 15%. That is if a near said it went into rate it may cause that reduction, another decline in from the 54 to 35. So near is maintained and even done better. I'm sure say inflation rate the bit may do a year 15% come December 2024. We will not see a gross international reserves to cover not less than 1.7 months of imports. Na near be a sebio
1.7 months.
1.7, yes. 1.7 months of imports. That's as at a long term on the day up from 2024 to 2027, or say 3.5 months. But a year to December 2024, no, it's supposed to do 1.7 months of import cover. Currently, no, say around 0.8%, but say a bit samre no. 2024 December, at least 1.7 months of imports cover the 18 edu. Yevra can refer the assembly to you. I think it's worth reiterating. Or see, we cannot put or see, Ghana's economy under President Akufo-Addo final year in office is projected to be valued over 1 trillion in 2024. From the 219.5 billion we inherited in the previous election year, that's in 2016. Like, or the patch and say in 2016, time I year inherited. Now that your friend is Ghana's economy, now it was around 219.5 billion I inherited. But a year by 2024, Nana donate 8 years, that's 2024 December. Now it's projected to be valued over 1 trillion in 2024. The reason why I'm bringing in this, they say now we say I didn't betuga ayatu this a budget. Any say sending on mine year woman, the NHS say we will get there. And sir, we know the abetu. At least it buttresses the point I made. Running it down.
How does this mean to Ghana for
yes, and then I may be back and say, "Oh, yeah, inflation." I remember some time ago when we were talking, even in NDC Crabo saying inflation, it means we go chop. And when you because inflation, GDP, on ordinary man, what that does it? But what I always stress on, they say, Sebi, a fisher say, me note here. And I'm going to say, Minya, Miss Friends or Confoy, say, no, me cry me car cry between Vamakromobile. But, and now me look at say, no, between the car room. Because in Sakraya Kakra, and this is a net, no, baby. But Sabi was saying, Esanamoto Kakra within a space of 12 months, no, any mitigation measures, which includes, of course, a year. IMF and Amotu, 2 and Nani, I'm say be relief Kakrebi, I had the Abba. And Nuna, you put to South Furniture say, enter 2024, no, in Sakraya Beba Wumu, or the import cover 1.7, I'm a boss, and I will be say 1.7, because 1.7 man. Just a son near Mano, HRS, and be a KPMG for Eddie, or more report be out. HRS indicators, that Aquamono, HRS, Sabi. We are moving away from that difficult moment and you're finding a home. You fancy affairs and I say, some renewed, some ran and I better a Jordan. You fire your phone here, dollar rate. Because no cry in a day, it misses somebody 2-3 times.
Okay.
But and then
10 minutes now. Me ma additional 3 minutes. Additional 3 minutes in any. And on my penna that for 4 pencil. I can't just say economy na grows say middle income status. You remember?
I do.
Okay. And that middle income status economy no. We couldn't provide electricity. We couldn't pay even salary. We have to sell Ghana Telecom to Vodafone. Na editua a salary. Singles pay policy. Single spine pay policy. President Kufuor me implement a day before na mamu ba na wie Professor Mosebe Sweden or giving a consent and a Professor Mosebe implement ye. Now, ya catch us by the time our mampina na Kufuor na 8 years beso no. Ghana economy no is a reach $1 trillion. Yeah, say according to finance minister, Sanki anko IMF and Kajuma Faket and Kentimi to we are being to pay salaries because of that. Yeah, say doom so every anymore able botchray energy sector debt that horse CI is over $4 billion. Naku for society mintuamaka. Ye were high inflation, said Mika Kaye, CD exchange rate of one Kasau Kaye, international reserves. They say they can say import cover. The Chelsea Sika Waman and Nina Crano. See, the cranium intimate cranium to even 1 month. How does this $1 trillion economy catches about 2024 mean to that ordinary Ghanaian? Yeka say the businesses echo down because of high import duties, high inflation, high exchange rate. After so electricity, power generation echo down. How does that mean to ordinary Ghanaian? A kwambe ne di impuntu every ordinary Ghanaian. The ordinary Ghanaian, seeing is believing. I am ordinary. Seeing is believing. I hope you understand me. Sure.
Thank you. Until say ye beduho, niseni ye kayen akobane san. Having a hands and a made mejimedi. So what I say. Until for now, if you say what does it mean? If it doesn't mean anything to you, no problem. But Sebi, the only in that sector and say this is what is ahead of us. Sebi, omobro from kabom economic language na from kabom you and I no sebi yenye economists no we may not understand it the way they understand what me say but just here the way we so anu e dey be do amresi.
Me cite example of Mampenada Akufo and we are doing the same thing. What did that middle income status economy meant to Ghanaians? Improvement meant they bring Ghana for Abrabum. For us to say so okay if the finance minister is saying so the economy will grow. And the economy maybe do $1 trillion now. We can say, so, oh yes, the economy is $1 trillion. We are moving from this step to that step, and that step, you know, will be bringing because a sort of relief to we Ghanaians.
We shouldn't behave like everything is good in other regimes, but almost every, under this Fourth Republic, almost every government. Look, there are some. Your friend is the dynamics in every regime, no. The dynamics in Senate in Ayana Edifa. Oman Peniko for time I walk on. Ebia a near man prevailing conditions a war may differ from time and yes it may. Surely it differs from time a man penny that when you're a baby call. If obedi ni tema the prevailing conditions. Yeman penny essentially John Dramani Mahama, the former president. Also the time prevailing conditions are different. And so no back Yeman penny na do danko go forward. Also prevailing conditions even if his first term differs from prevailing conditions even in his second term. So the conditions differ.
We are talking about a Nyama major changes phase of economy. Nyama minu SSI. And Oman Peniku for peso, Miss Haitian, because or no na a catcher and say, and as I've a catcher say, Ghana economy no. Ye free that hepic ani you here bubruna do middle income status. So obi through here bubrum reduce our status no. It comes with changes. As la minya juma, na mitifie, na minya ketua, na mochrim na manya juma ni tua meka. You are not I'm not supposed to be people should not expect me to live the kind of life when I'm living. It's a case you do from HEPIC to middle income status. It comes with responsibilities and it changes. And I'm actually under that, you know, we were still struggling to pay salaries. You have to sell Ghana Telecom. We couldn't provide enough.
You are looking at it.
And this time round, this time round, you see economy, no. by 2024 no. So that was a kind from 280 billion, a quarter trillion, a bit that our Ghana back. And I want to know.
219.
Yes, I want to know. Economy now moving from 219 billion, equal 1 trillion by 2024. What does that mean to Ghana for your plight? Say, okay, this is how we do our things. You do such status where they are. It means any that will be by you sakra be positive.
Oh, that any that's one I can sakra. I have told you, I've been cited institutions. In fact, a global information crowd. Though KPM but I go out. Even me no can say crap no. As at last year by this time, you classify as junk status no. Okay, Fitch for and then S&P for I think say Moody's or so. But and then me no can say no. That status we've been brought up a bit. It actually say there is improvement, and yet we are not continually declining. There is an improvement, and that is what I'm telling you. Say, because based on these indicators, moving forward, whatever we are doing, they are still going to continue to ensure say me do. I wouldn't doubt it because they started it. At least we are getting. But look, those days, Fitch, these grading companies, say we are going down. We are going a step down. But this time, right, it's not so. There has been an elevation. So it shows that there is something being done right to make sure Sebi will get back to us. Does it? The finance minister used a phrase because we have turned the corner and now I'm on phone. Maybe you should at the end say, look, now every day, every 1 minute, when so far phone checks dollar rate is saying every phone so far. Now does that pressure tension in the system? Say Abochia, say Forest Bureau, say a whole lot. Almost every 1 hour, there is just a nipa air. Say the sick as the Juma air and then minuti sir. I didn't go through that period. It is not more as the case. It means there is something that has been put in place and something has been done. Sebio, I do some pempe. So ya yefisa, obika na se social nimo. Do so na timu se no so enye nwunu sene na ye tie de down. But we hope say it's not say a process. Yeah, the Kenya governor is a process. It's not say a process in it, So you timi move from junk status about a better a year. We know say if they continue doing what they did, they move back. Definitely we'll be moving. Okay. So that's what I'm telling.
Right.
I'm telling
all right.
you.
Amaliba, 2024 budget, a Kwame na first to address Ghana for your challenges. So we tia a dear na etre. Sa 1 trillion a year grow by 2024. No, meaning so we finance and I say economic person, but at least. A DNA meaning to young Ghana for as far as 2024 election is concerned. 2024 mechanical fiscal year is concerned. Pacho, first 10 minutes we will answer question, but then I'll ask.
Topics now this Sunday and it was 2024 budget.
Yeah.
Bahamas begins building Ghana we want to.
Yeah.
You putting these two topics together, or you want me to deal with them separately?
Separately.
Okay. 10 minutes to address the budget. Sammy, we pese solo etias here. Contrary to Onone assertion, say the economic jargons that we might not be able to conjugate and understand fully. And so therefore, Finance Minister Kasa Womono Munim Kwanya Ombefa Ombe achieve that. I beg to differ. I don't need to be economist. Likewise, anyone. To know, say, the cost of Kenki, a mover from one city in 2016, when Omampina Kufuor had a reason to, or the cost to complain. And the Kenki, 5 to 10 Ghana cities, depending on your location in Accra. In the budget now, how does the budget address the cost of ball of Kenki? 5 cities, down. In relations to 1 trillion series of dollars growth of our economy. In any case, who trusts Kenoforiata? Such a discredited finance minister, or no one MPs at teams what to say MC reform. Who trust him? Such a liar. People who does not respect Ghana for a day mandate in who trusts them? This is the worst finance minister at Ghana. And so say, you are even confused. You don't know what you are talking about. This budget, in fact, I had the farewell message to Elijah Muhammadu Bawumia's political career. And this budget is nothing more but a tribute to Mpine Kufuor himself personally and his government. I say so because Abraham Obabem na Ghana ye 120 billion and they 700 billion Ghana cedis. On say Obapeni, former Chief Justice Sofia Kufu. Na bushu ni Kufuor do Mampini otia kunwa so kwaku e kan di ho fi chebi. Bushu ni eno no. What you say mama naka? Was a boss Kufuor do aboni na no sika no dey ato himfa. Where is the money? According to Ghana Web. I am not the one saying it. When one Abusuafo are beginning to question him, where is the money? What is Ghana at the park? Ebio growth coming in here say a best light will come from mausoleum. I see I see any Bejing Kania or Yabeshon Kania. I just told their Ghana economy. See how hollow these people are.
And is it not a tourist site?
Tourist site. I see it.
Any tourist site, and yes, you know, any tourist site.
I don't know unless you tell me. In any case, come and come and see you. They say now about.
And Crofoko.
And Crofoko.
Omko Mutieska.
What cohoda?
Yes, my cohoda.
What you are saying?
Me call her me as a press program. I didn't pay.
It was fine.
And Crofoko ko event no chronoba. Do they pay?
I don't know. The only salvation we have now is to allow Kwame Nkrumah mausoleum to get money.
And you're part of the numerous sites that we
have.
Of,
how many sites are we renovating?
Ghana Museum.
Ghana Museum account in a GBS here. The light alcohol. That's what he's talking about. Ridiculous. When you were coming to power, is that what you told Ghanaian youth? More than that, go by and then go here for. I really say, a good and no man pinning could follow ya daje or renovate here and we appoint CEO. Now, we appoint CEO no pay and a grave boy a year ding ukruma. You know, and that's me. More motivate the three of you who work away. Me kuta where I don't FM on live is a publication. Prices for grapes escalate. 15th November 2023. That year somewhere at Osu Cemetery in Accra, a worker who only gave his name as Same. So the office, I don't know, sir. You know, you some sitting here, there. Well, say, said the office charges 4,900, and that included the service for digging the graves. He explained that the grave price had been increased significantly from 8,300 in 2018 to between 2,500 and 3,500. 25 million and 35 million in the carbon nice kwabrani ukruma. The your regime. Because they appoint the CEO for graves. The government have no clue about how to turn the economy. Who should be amana amodia betumuna. Same adia ekunya pa ukruma at the office of the government machinery. Julobi House, Julobi House. Ya ene. Adia bechina police for coaching national security operating much more moye. Omoya crime for. They are armed robbers, they are stealing. The police have to arrest and catch them. A crime for near Brido Moho. Na Ghana Bohonka. Julobi House. A buying way back na kunyaso from 2017. A babesi 2023. Na 2023 sika omudi o nkwano. 3.7 billion Ghana cedis. Billion Ghana cedis. Do you know what that money can do to our economy? Huh? And then infrastructure growth less than 2%. Infrastructure. For infrastructure. And the free 7.4%. A decline about form abedu less than 3% as we speak. Agree here, the tickle power on a negative growth. Okay? All the fundamental indicators of the economy are growing in a reverse gear. You protest because you know the truth. You protest. Here you are. And it's a binance will create a Juma. 2023 budget. Or more can you start? Sammy, this time what do you start as MU? The government mentioned it. One car. Why? Because Bediwa, or read a Juma, or Bedi, or Pescaba Bushia, or more ye say tam, or ball minor, and will feel Kunyasu. He doesn't care. This is a finance minister or the budget called parliament. He did not even add appendices. He went to deliver the budget statement and he get away with it. Those on mobile taxes on mobile introduced. All these things have been left unattended to because they are part of the budget statement. Really, what's I mean? This 2024 budget binding coin is as usual hopeless budget, and there is nothing good that will come out of it. Budget no eya brenti o de ne bako baba. O de akwara ne koya senior baba na ono no yitri o no shop re ne dia no. O dwakwa ne tim kwatre kwa papa no se hairstyle no wonpe. O de akwara ne kodu barber shop ho a papa na nkasa ni ho watwe ne ho. No o se na apprentice embe yi akwara ne tim no na okodwuma ba. Ba ne atwa akwara ne tim to das bin mu na board ne so da baby. That's the economy you guys are living. Man pine kufa ro koja waso was gone. Baumia Yankopon de Ghana Yansa in national team. Wado and only the economic management team. And this Dracula joker, Alaji Mahamadou Baumia, economist without any significant achievement in his life. Nyadaje a mountain platform. Ebusa ye NDC force a economic management team. You don't remember their name. Professor Jambafo, Akoto say, Antonia Koto, Osafo Mafo, Alanchira Martin, any more neck. Solid team. Performance in here. Huh? Solid team performance in here. And so no, o money more than Babuno and Yajuma yet. That is why NDC is bringing 24 hours economy. Create a shift system. Add value to the goods that we produce in this country. Maximize industrial performance. Transform the economy and create jobs. That's our focus. And what we are teaching. Now we on teaching training college. You ain't can say control licensure exams because you have already gone through all your training. We in service and out of class training also you have done it. What your exams now passing and graduate to as a teacher, you get your license. President Mahama will build schools to get a place to go and work. And next before we get hospitals to work. When we come back to office, existing facilities, including about 3 teacher training colleges and more of central or the same nursing training colleges are near to a central regional Bina Jamanaka Union, a Benin Marine College, and then what and when we come back, we are going to finish all these institutions and create jobs for the Ghanaian youth. Besides that, all the regions where we could take the competitive advantage to produce, like the Brunga Hafo region, poultry farming and cashew, we are going to help you to produce more. Asante region and all the other regions across the country. We are going to zoom into the regions, develop a new model from the regional base. So you don't need to come from Accra or so origin to Accra to get a job. And if that will happen there, we need to build proper and accessible road network. Sending electricity to all the nooks and crannies.
Just quick one, I mean, clear way. I will give you a time. Okay. Talking about the agri growth, over check it from Ghana Statistical Service 2023. First quarter, agri growth was 6.4%. Second quarter, 6.0%. As a what the tutu one as a I can say second quarter. That's the second quarter from April to June. 6.0%. So it's not zero.
But still, Adriana won't conform.
So it's not zero.
Still, Adriana won't conform. Do you believe in these figures?
From Ghana Statistical Service.
Do you believe them?
That's the data we have.
Fine. Do you believe them?
That's the data.
When NDC was in office, Alhaji Muhammadu Bame was questioning their data. And then they want us to believe these figures. Abla Kenkebo, once in 2016, now I have 10 and 15 cities respectively, depending on your location. And they want us to believe this. Give me a break. Sami? NDC before Kunyaso. Na a free adansia krofum ekosin kransa. No man won sanifa. Obekwa kodru confirm obekwa kodru odesen afonyo no wura dampayam. Obewura forest na kopie kofi jame adanse gromisa. Then one name work with sim preachery. Yet the light poles and the cables and linking all this community in EBP Atase was your boss at Crown Road. As we speak, a binding for transformers in that area and mark communities in light among ye.
Okay.
One more time, yet the Makoko Road, I can't remember seeing there. These are the people we are talking about.
Okay.
I don't think we are not going to waste our time. When NDC comes back, we are going to finish all this unfinished project and make sure, say, as a Ghanaian, you live a better life.
Okay.
These people didn't come and govern.
All right.
They came to win money for families.
Okay. Barrow, I know say you own business as a young Ghanaian politician and a business owner. What challenges are you facing with your business, your personal life, the family life, and your business life? You know? How does 2024 budget region address a provide solution to the numerous challenges are you facing?
But I say, Huntor, and then Imre, say, Mamma Kwanya Bium. Na, no deficit in the Kekano, Menano ton dear, or Mocolano, on Tiasia. Intinia be breaking down to the level, but I say, picky be our time, ABM penny. You be found one after the other. Ghana ni, Oko, baby, Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations. Ghana ni the person or two budget ni mu say. It is say na media to honti. Graduate na we university no. Na wunye edwumanya no. Fa wo CV na fa ko ha. Na eda sei no ubenye edwuma e wo ho aye. Eno na opese oti. Na ukọ Ministry of Transport nso a. Mene Huntor ye hwese dia na nsemfu obo na ekosoro na ye ntumi ntua na. Ye nya ya anka basis ebua wo sorry ye na wenya bia tenemu ntem no wetumi dia ba edwuma.
Yesterday, just quick one. Yesterday, my name a friend me free US buy so a donation Akosombo victim CB. You travel to a year cry friend Garo Suta would free a year Dabala barrier alcohol is about, let's say, 20 minutes drive. That trip when I called the buy, you know, for you to for 902 Ghana cedis. Toyota Corolla.
Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
One. 20 plus minutes. Oh, I don't think so.
What's it?
Oh no, see you use car.
Okay, let me show you. Let me show you something. Okay.
Anyway, depending on the capacity. Do you know what? I drive from here to Afram Plains and back.
Hold on.
800 Ghana cedis. I drive from here to Afram Plains.
I paid with my mobile money. Okay, so I'm going to show you to you. Now I shall there. 1, 2, 3. Where are you? What is this transaction?
Yeah, they pay
I pay with physical. I pay with physical.
No problem. Diesel and petrol.
From you do community 25 petrol. You do community.
And you see another factor.
You do community 25.
And then 2.
You do community 25. You to fuel. 540. Yes, yeah,
so we assume you are failing. We assume you are failing.
You to 540.
Not failing. Now they
Ghana cedis.
No problem.
ye free ho no mo e bae no ye free aye se eba no ye sa to shell and a toy ye sa to 345 Ghana cedis okabo ma ye say 902 Ghana cedis.
It doesn't necessarily translate to mean say who consume a fuel na to any nyina like wako abanasa
asa me kan want me see ye kone ye toy ye ba ne ye toy
eno ye top up eno just asa one shot no toy ye top up
na me kone me do on me kuta half tank anyway whatever me half tank
me see me drive from here to eno ye diesel it no can fuel
petrol
is okay it will be a factor
half tank na dey koy half tank.
I find it difficult because me compare me gen the way wapa from here to Afram place nya no enye so anu diesel engine car.
I said this is a board is petrol.
And I make until can I one.
Me say.
Well, that is you paid. Me so I paid 18 from here. So as you made yours from here to Dabala yard, me say from here to Afram place and Afram place say nya so na no. Me cross twa epa echi amanfro nko pa ejata ho nko nkwanta eko kwa kese eko kwesi fatiku asenye su. That is how far I go. And I come back to Accra 800. Me call me cash 600. Maybe I top up 200. I'm done.
Toyota
a diesel. So the variation can come. Diesel and petrol will not be the same. So I understand you.
Me movie car and I have a half tank. You do one with top up.
To
have the half tank. That is. All the transaction. The entire make say me na me toya. If I would have paid with my money, I would have paid from my momo. Then I thought say
that is cash.
But cash one the try.
Well, I don't know.
You gave the first one 600 Ghana cedis or my 54 Ghana cedis.
Yeah,
the first cedis
you drive car.
So that's the comparison.
Who said definitely changes woman.
Toyota got 1.8 engine capacity, 1.8.
Maybe they are quite 2.0.
We have 3 more minutes to your time.
Mesa Ministry of Agric, so dear no keka or can be brave about form. Planting for food and jobs and it's and yamani na laudable ideas as a one person we invest more because me person me focus so much we no be kan any na de bema ye generate internal funds no and I'm person me focus so much on this evening until we share Ministry of Food and Agriculture side na omo say planting for food and jobs say ampa say ombetumi invest ma akoso ampa na omaya kebeboa. Because it's here now call Malaysia ye fefe ye nyina tu kwan ko holidays e koji eni wo ho Malaysia ye krom ha no mbenyo musika free on tu abe ene free had call Malaysia eno medua abe ne saa ma ene omo no we the highest producers of palm oil ni saa eniama ni nyina e na amen do mo aye yie nti one way pew abe pew one natural resource as a song mine. And we have a lot of natural resources here that if we invest in, yes, we bet me as a science mine. Say, say because of say, ye pese ye kokra, edeba na ye anymore, ye penny na ye business nibi, ye politics muno, ye business ma form because Burkina they be alpha kwan you say tomatoes ye craba they be and so ye tie kromuhama a Greek minister or person the president and so be the minister tomatoes impo when to me enjoy cra. Well, we joke in this country because we just vote based on say minimum no me wafa no or no share me school or na amenity area enti na o kone de so betumi ayo on tumi nyo o say edinichi. These are some of the policies say by ye budget mo a good thing because say ye to me invest so farmers na see ye na Huntor so papa onu we twa ne koko egu oni eji na sky de to na say so be twa ne koko egu for mo so de ko galaxy because who say sika o hosin yen natural resources na nyakopon de amo eno na tete kwa me nkroma mo de ye barter trade ma me no nyina nya akoso bodam emende we can invest into that sector because we are just praying say we are always praying to look for ways to go out and take loans instead of say be generating internal funds no. Yanko Ministry of Fisheries, I know the me hope them person me call energy no bobo megawatts dudua almost so de ka ho no American deal la omo di sika shemu ni de ekoba nyina no issue. Why are we not finding solutions? Because ya listing nyina millions and billions of dollars in ekom. So if we can rely on this, and do time be na say new resources be a debe kwakoye barter trader, ye betumi nya that deal a married deal ne power wattage e koto ne sa na manyina na chese e bede so mu ana. So therefore we have to look for measures, we have to look for ways to find solution. Mabeka wa ha se ekrom ho ewia bo etika finance minister ebe kan energy sector budget no akase o ye hwe mu no ye hu se de ewia bo ekrom ha no ye solar panels free wa wo sike bia no kokra bi na fa begu dan so nanso every month bia e bia to say kakra e na ebeba begie free ho e de ama aban na kaya ko jai sa aniama we ya ye kra sa car power ni Mary deal ni sa den nyina ni keja na sika no we channel the money to another thing that will develop, that will bring another develop. Ye nyina no na ebie ekwan ebie adwuma kwan e ma ye nkrofo mo ye because solar panels obi a start so fix bi oni fie ewi e ball ha nye easy ebe ma obi onsua kra be kwa akosua DSTV ba me ne oni ha e na obi a start say o kire afi obi kosua na o kire obi na o kire obi na it has become people's way of job or musu didim de show mo and they even making money.
Obi ya installation mawa omoji between 300 to 400.
Yes, it is so time so muna omo de omo shede man pa ba ni se so nto se so no to na from abona o de hye chia obe frɛ no nti o kan mu lane so e bia mu ye be 15 oje obi a 300 a oti banga onya saska. So if you give this access and you say we save Ghana sika wo at the same time no we create job opportunities the amount for mo mu kosua e mo mo so de aba be bo mo bra. So these are the kind of budget Ghanaians want to hear from our leaders. Deficit ni brofo akese no ye nananom no mo anko school ni ntiase e. Huntor yansanko tourism. Yeti kromu ha Dubai eye desert. Okwa omo shatare fita Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
No atinem. Osori na po no Kochi desert ni so a ni wako dinner dance o se de wi a wapon waji usika. Desert. Uko Dubai a enyama 2 na obehu. Desert any tall buildings.
Wana Ghana for.
Omo tourism na anu no. Nyankopon ehira yen with a lot of tourist sites. Yet still we can't develop it and make money from it. If you are thinking about year of return. Yen promoting your culture. Homo festival na ki aye heavy. Enkranfo nyina mo abrochire mo ba. Mo front to say na mo mra ticket e beti so ama o say na bra homo na manfo aba
ticket no flight be no ye kwoti ticket no so dey aba
ensa no dey festival also dey treat dombo mo beto ade
no dem chance say na national career wo hodom ye Ghana Airways ni ebetimi dey sa no.
Oh, sometimes no, but you can lobby with the airlines no say oh yeah program oh eh adwuma yeah program say yeah program wo best diplomat UN say ye hwe na ma of nkrofo e ba ye to me tro airline no Emirates say you expecting Crawford say omo ba tourists or base omo my discount kakra. So it can be done. It we are. Na ka omo so aba. No ma be hwe. Na there festival na man for connect the TV screens so na the social media so it will attract the others to come. Yeah no na you promote your culture. But yet have my Minister of Tourism catch say ye like funeral. Ebe tourism. Like ujinwa won't ase. And if these people are coming, not every day, any time they go Dubai, they are making money because each and every day there are people coming in. Each and every day, be attractive, and we have series of festivals where Kromuha. I think it's monthly cross every 2 months. Tribe and I say region no festival So every 2 months, we will get people that will be coming home. Every 2 months, be a chronomo. Musicians benyo musika omo ton ade benyo musika because people are coming in. We are relying so much on our natural resources whilst baby yekoji sika ne ba no they are rely on human resources. Se nkrofo no dos wo kro no mo mbe spend nkrofo no dos wo kro no mbe ye adwuma nti ebe ma oman na koso aban ne benya taxes. They are not relying on their resources. Yet we are still relying on our natural resources. Na natural resources These are the things Ghanaians want to hear in our budget because enomono and a baby kwine. Works and housing honomona.
3 more minutes.
Works and housing projects. What kind budget also under works and housing? Project. project and a base and but works and houses on be any why state impo say ye be dear niama Ghanaians freedom of rent payment in this niama. Dear near be no so like they will be free from maybe that 2 years rent, 3 years rent, 1 year rent, no muchiano. Almost move to me like they will be able to almost be to me enyas can be there other things. And on a yeshe, but then a project because a bobo project in a swa. Yabakwa loan. Any diaba, near diabe, a before be accounting or betting the percentage, not the amount buying now buying the aye. It's your no, always no. I was so making sure say ye be ye unisika and so ko ye say. We need a hand you will go and borrow and come and do it. But if you are opening the system for internal for now, who open system no internal for no, not internal for yeah, you don't need loans. You don't need loans. Because some for contributor, obenya sika na open. So, mami ko tua rent monthly. Regulate mami na mi tua ni monthly. Na mi sumi nya sika ni bi. Na mi sumi fa nya side business. Me de side business a ubetumi anya more na wasan de sisi bia ka ho na ye de other project under works and houses. But no, my young go straight to the project because when we go straight to the project, that's why betumi akoji scale free baby dia ba be my generate or internal.
Okay, Baro maminka messages papa messages mum fabi mum na yanka we say we are not for the flower. Oh, say good evening Sammy. It seems you people are trading on one side, but I want you to ask Baumia and co. Where is their stand for the LGBT or the LGBTQ? If you have watched properly, he Baumia works in different ways like something is wrong. Man, every question. Nana Sapons inside Kumasi. This budget don't go for all Ghanaians, but only their staff, workers, and should reduce the price of water and electricity for all of us to benefit Pesamin Kuminya budget. We say good evening, Brasami. Please, in Ghana now, we live life that nobody cares about. This his brother or sister, and nobody. We have chopped it aloud and blah blah blah. Sammy, see, I have a baby of the message way last week. Man, can messages way. Aha. Adai. I don't know so why you be. Good evening, Mr. Huntor. It's no surprise that these 4 men have been expelled from MPP because Akufo-Addo cannot contain anyone who does not fall in line with his family and friends system of governance. Definitely, Ghana will see the light when JDM is sworn in as president come 2025. Daniel Mensah, the Frikaswa Adam Nana. We say, Huntor, the MPP needs an extra 4 years to consolidate their stolen wealth and also to clear off traces of their wicked agenda. Is too late. 2024 economy and heaven has broken loose. Even this one that we allow it. Amaliba, you are a church. Are you a Church of Christ member? Ajeti, Mas, Edife, Allah. I'm sorry, Church of Christ. Amaliba?
No.
No. Amaliba, we are Church of Christ. Oh yeah, Church of Christ. Yeah, it's Church of Christ.
Okay.
We don't about say I'm Nana Mensah from Teshinunga. I say MPP all the way to opposition. God is pushing them according to their work. Where's a good evening, Huntor? I voted against ex-president John Mahama because of his appointees stealing from the state, and he could not jail them. He should make sure that his second coming will include his appointees who steal from the state. MPP highly stealing appointees, including Nana Akufo-Addo, and Akufo-Addo is totally jailed from Hansen Konja. I mean, one follow Mahama government. Kubisa Abuga Pelimu. Whether that was someone talk, good evening. Is it the same person? No, the same person. Good evening. Good evening. I say Ken Oforiata wearing white and mention a Bible verse cannot make him an angel to Ghana's economy. Or see, we all know he's still the devil to Ghana's economy. Yunia Hansen Kunja. Abolition of the abroad. See, good evening. Asunaba Kofi from Kutuku. There is no rain. There's no railway line a railway line at Kotoku. They have cut all the railway lines at Kotoku. Huntor is very sad. Teacher Charles from Achuma Chidie Kumasi Node about say Mr. Sami, good evening to you. Good evening to your show. I say it's good to sack the big four. It will strengthen up the great movement party. That's movement all the way, talking about Lancha Martin. I say even free education is not free because we even pay for practicals and we even go hungry sometimes, so the MPP need to go away. Good evening, Mr. Sami. Huntor notes that NPP is now called D7. The center can't hold. Mr. Paul, Edifri Santa Maria. Good evening, Brother Sami. Is it true that Otumfuo was the person who told the MPs to stop when they want Kenofurata to step down, according to Andiapio Kubi, or say Otumfuo Nekai? So many. Was in Ado and Baumia's economic crisis is giving MPP communicators a very tough time because they will be forced to defend indefensible sets. Quota Edifri Secondino Diabre. Good evening, Huntor, for your good work for Mother Ghana. May God bless you. Huntor, the MPP are not seeing anything yet. What is coming their way is bigger than this one. God will expose them one by one. Captain Man, Tuga, Edifri, Ada East, Pute, Node Abre. Good evening, Sami Huntor. Ghanaians are fed up with this incompetent party MPP. Never again, MPP. Free, Gbawe, zero house, no bread. Tea bread is sold at 10 Ghana cedis or more. Yet one deceitful finance minister of Furiata says he has turned the corner. Turn the corner from 2 Ghana cedis long tea bread to 10 Ghana cedis long tea bread. And that budget he read is supposed to be named in Mguasie paper. A propaganda, a Jawusu de Fifisino, Dabre, Jawusu. Well, see, MPP is still talking. You made us understand that everything we find under Nanado government. In fact, Nanado has disappointed us, especially we the youth, and it has so in baby. We say, I'm Nana from Tadi, or say, Sami, the MPP man is lying. Ghanaians again, God forgive them. We say, I'm Nana from Takrade. Okay, the same message. Yenuya Mutaru, Faisa Mutaru says, so Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, MPP are now against an independent candidate and whoever supports such. It is astonishing how quickly Akufo-Addo and MPP's memory can fade off. NPP forgot so soon that they solicited for alliance with the former MPP member who left the party to contest as independent MP for Fomena constituency and won as MP. This independent candidate is the reason why MPP claimed to have majority in parliament, and they support him. So why didn't the MPP sack Akufo-Addo at the time when he invited the Fomena MP to build alliance with him? So I asked MPP grassroots to vote for Alan Chamartin. He might be like Fomena MP for them. Huntor, as usual, my brother Solo is suffering to explain. MPP go explain tire. Faisa Mutaruna Diabre. I like a year Fomena the buyer, but any MP we president. Okay, I was here for Yentuaso. President Mahama, Ashen and Tuabase, Amaleba Pacho way a 5 minutes. A dear for front President Mahama catch the Ghana for. I want in trouble with 5 minutes.
President Mahama and trouble so building the Ghana we want. And after engaging with the TUC in Accra, the tour is ongoing in other part of the country. And we know more. That's the German. Is it German, right? Jema. Yeah, near Tiobodom, close to Jema. Near Tiobodom.
You were German, so.
Or Kintampo South District. Or the Kintampo South constituency.
The Kintampo, they are talking about Jema.
Jema, yeah. Hey, Jema. Yeah. Jema. Sami, President Mahama can pay say teacher license exams. Yeah, true. Teacher trainees, area school. Policy, MPP, bind their balance, just almost control license exams. ansana omonya kwanya akochira ade na ye momodwuma no. It is not justice to the teaching profession. And the next NDC government will do away with it. Why? All the other professions, medical doctors, lawyers, for instance, Soro is in the law school. I am using you as an example. Keep quiet. Who bar exams we now qualify near call to the bar. You don't need to go and write a licensure exams in order to practice. In the bar, the Senate teacher need to school away on by teaching practicals and everything. You graduate too as a teacher. We are a binding say there be some cultural licensure exams. Syllabus how they cultural exams so we topics are there, but we need. Now, computer we are. Obi at be a developer on a marking scheme at disqualify or say you didn't qualify to be given a license to practice as a teacher. This is one of the crafty ways at MPP for Edebai just to make sure they reduce the number of teachers in the system and keep others unemployed and therefore inflate the unemployment problem in the system. Additionally, you don't keep time, so keep quiet. Additionally, President Mahama Ekopie Krobo Nursing Training College. And Kratua student woho edefa President Mahama so say omampeni Akufo-Addo free chebi kwakuka de ho na bedi chiraje Mahamadu Baumia kremoni okwa sorry. And say 2 years ni ala wana omo sanka omo de nti aban man na mbo de to na won fanko because womo no mka so mba ometua ebio quota system amodia bano are reduced the capacity of the training colleges and the teacher training nursing and teacher training colleges no to employ or to enroll students to their full capacity. There are thousands of students from the last 7 years almost nurses. Quota system have prevented them from getting their way through. Abiding tuya allowance council be tuyano. Una o shebo tabana ba tuya. Na bio quota system no yin free ho. See the student be adwuma. Whilst in Bono region, President Mahama once again are demonstrating a commitment to develop the agriculture industry through the formation of corporations. Because how dealing with farmer corporations, farmers as a corporate body, and it's so easy. Before NDC left office, the farmer service centers by the tractors and all farm implement to their respective district. So that if you need any services, they are there to support you. MPP are buying a buy no more year free. Because I young a condom post on measure hot on my boy manacoso. President Mahama, as such, him say, Radia Domna NDC Sabakum Joshua, we will do that again. In addition to that, so the cost of farm instrument, for instance, fertilizer they are free, and the fertilizer bottle by 1,000 Ghana cedis. In this bad economy, how many Ghanaian farmers will make to raise 10 million a quarter fertilizer bottle back home? Under NDC, bottle of weedicide. 30 seconds. Bottle of weedicide, no, and then Omampeni Akufo-Addo pencil. 1 box of weedicide cost 1 bottle of weedicide. More than 300 Ghana cedis. But in this time, the maximum of 15 Ghana cedis. That is where we are today. This is where this government has brought us to. And what I want to tell the people of this country is say, NDC as a party and the leader led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on your experiment or your experience, unlike the counterpart who look at the people in the eye, tell them acronyms and how do you call it, failed promises and slogans. No, we will not do that. Okay. We have done that before. And per your past record, we can be held accountable into the future. Solo. Therefore, President Mahama should be voted back to office. 5 minutes.
President Mahama, I'll say what building the country.
Building the country, building Ghana walls.
Building Ghana too. All right. In fact, it's good. Say Yera George Roman Mahama, his SN as the former president, what realizes say one district, one factory, the papa. Now, on also if we do a district in the Bono region, being the Winchi district now, or Chelsea or Beshese or Babe. But in any way, we want to say, Winchi Honankasan in 2021, you are building a cashew processing plant in 10. Winchi on a Bono region. That's 10 is one of the districts. You are building a bit which is not starting yet, but you building a and then MPP are buying the same 2021. You launched the cashew board Winchi. In 2021, you launched cashew board Winchi. That one should be there. In fact, in the region, we have 14 cashew production plants, but 10 per NA active, 4 are not active. Our region, Google, you see the
main cashew processing plant.
Yes, yes. Google, you get it. Now, you call Lancashire is in fact, Odibe Tujano. Immediately, no, College of Education Tertiary Teachers Association, SITAG, about Abekasi no. Register opposition to that proposal. And I just say, Akwenya Bamano, no Beman Penny or Babe, Obitual. I'm saying, no, it's not a dear was so you did for us. In fact, any yes, ombe for us. Any reason, you John Dramani Dema, say about between any reason, SITAG for just say, no. Reason waiting, SITAG, that's College of Education Teachers Association. First say you shouldn't come and cancel this. Where the Nyama Yang. Yeah, John Romano reason
exams from Omunchubi and Omunchubi.
You do. Yeah, John Romano reason is also a banner you are subjecting the teacher trainees to an additional assessment for qualification, which is unnecessary according to him. And the SITAG for reason is also that's President Prince Obin Hima. Or see, is significant in ensuring competence and quality of future teaching professionals. SITAG as a Kuma, this is how they see it. It is very significant to ensure quality and competence and quality of the future teaching professionals. Almost position I'm taking. Then let me take you back. This year, May 2023, when we see a troll and session agents, Emma results by out, Emma 83.5% a failure. My join online, the portal, so a Prince Edu Ochre, and a report on July 12, 2023. I see the entire Education Ministry sets up committee to investigate the cause of mass failure. 83.5% failed. National Teaching Council, that is normally, I bet you just say yeah, exams 83.5% are failing. Script I'm sure a teacher for me say, oh, share my join online. But share teachers need be scripts. Oh, come on, you ask yourself, Obia and Kanyel and Sasha exams and immediately now call classroom coaching at DNA. What are they writing? Only 3: numeracy, literacy, and their professional knowledge. This anyone means happen on cultural. Now share handwriting, binimu. Now share spelling, crap way, binimu have a problem on one. Now a bamitim say. Now, in a crap on you say you school, your classroom. The only one is me call doctor, the only one is me call engineer, the only one is me call lawyer, the only one is me call hina on a car, mukoso mukwa chiradi. Intino media me feel say me support to a teacher for not omodio manu to say from May omodio manu to so. I was here to me why the cause of some that mass failures ano. Because unkwale kwa school mood your mass says your to calipo ma college on koni enchire na de. Okwa look at Obia, say be handwriting in here. Spelling crap. Many madam teacher ni because I see tam omo chro no oti obi nchen nipa ni nima de no chere no chere na ewie no sense obi sense on spelling man. O teacher ni o ko chere ade anka nyela nse share exam ka class no chere oba de. It is ade we e wo mani say yemfa hwe wo mo readiness, wo preparedness. Send omo president in the kind SITAG for president because it's to ensure competence and then quality of future teaching professionals.
First of all, where they a teacher training college, where they we somebody who cannot even write or your test from where they we in the first place.
And that is why a National Teachers Teaching Council, almost Ministry of Education, almost probe and Thomas City Committee almost share out to find this near why the failure. But my online was able to screenshot in 2 different scripts. I did two. I will show the who sent the scripts in it here. In fact, I said we buy in May. Now I went on TV on one affiliate, Joy Prime TV, and now let me tell you this. Was I assembly BMO? Was I called JMU? I say, your friend say on any time, not Boston, not Sebio, flourish. Omo profits. But meanwhile, records is to show say 2023 boss declined by 30.91 million. 2014 boss declined by 89.37. It was revised to 68.01 million. 2015 boss made a loss of 36.34 million, and then 2016 boss made a loss of 458. Election year 458. Yes, it's on record. It's there. So go and check it.
Where public
public document.
So we will do it. We will
public document. Who the public document? Statistics in here.
Oh,
who say national statistics on documents?
Your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up.
That's what fitch the better guy. I'll say they are correct.
We now say omo sitak for no oppose. Me I think say I think so me no to menya asetena na obi ama the reason because reason or they be ba betwemu no or so on your discussing now or explain it no and there obe can of the side so this is the reason I think we don't need this anymore no mo so nyanti ase say okay the reasons no so ma no okay and yes so mo so be more reasons so president idea we are also betwemu no ebe haye ebe say then
competence
they have to sit on a round table to have that discussion na omunya because yes nipa no so say nka onim we ni try nka on try bedru bebi o bedu na wa graduate and san efia afi na ebe ka so san ko try exams biom so I think say omuso na di omu enim sitak for no so nya bibia ebe state discussion na yehu de ebetumi ato ebeboa because ni wie mu na ye nyina ye pe afi ye ko 24-hour service economy ni so obeka say onye no compulsorily like ebe voluntarily say o pese ojo because eno de no ho dada but me pese yen side ni say ni ka say ebe ye no compulsory say once our factory nko ade unless say maybe you need enough raw materials and now say maybe to produce more then also government will also come involved same time no we are thinking so much about the private sector ni say no ebetumi do stage they can decide to go out of it if it's voluntary now after we will come back to where we are say yen to me that means you bet na fie bio because omo your 24-hour service for a period of time no mu jaya then yeah, saying, and I say Jumano or more relocate here, then we are coming back to square one. It's informal sectors are government side, no private government sectors, and so no. You bet me a be if the government bet to me, AC or Noankasane factories, ebia tissue factories, ebia tomato factories, and no government, the any private sector near there. It's if the government sectors never more, and they say a policy now we control it. But with the private sector, if they are coming in voluntarily, they will come from beginning. If the program doesn't go in their favor and they withdraw now, we are back to square one. Say they are one district, one factory, ye discuss then later no, ubehuna and cost they are buying person so then we have lost because we have invested into something it didn't yield any fruit. But senka bankasa yo no ankasa ne factory on more of private sectors. Yes, private sectors no more bar. And no more de omo pen na mo ye den e de be ka ho ye we ye de dada ye operate wo de ba na wo de abeka ba say any voluntarily how many companies do we have in the government sector? The private sectors are controlling more. So if they say no, we are not coming, then automatically the law will be there but it will not be in existence because private sectors now also mobile na law ni and our policy ni ejuma no mamba nti yen trim it to a place yen ankasa state no ye betumi the policy about build the factories. Then we can control the 24-hour because it's for the state. If you are Brenners also in now, will be full from then it is running 24 hours. You better squeeze from that importation aspect. But private sector, they to me are disappointed on the middle of the road. Say, mean to me, you be free. It is also a free here. What happens to the policy? Policy needs to be free it still have to operate. Okay. So let's focus on that.
This Boston you mentioned, per the boss financial performance 20. Let me see if I can put it.
This 2017, right?
Yeah, let me see if I can put it on the screen. Na yenina yenhwe. We are a very simple question be. Na 1 2 3 1 2 3. Show yourself. Let's see.
Appear on the paper.
Okay. Okay, this is what the report say. Okay. So when you come here, financial performance. Revenue from bust increased from 1,841.01 million in 2015 to 3 Oh, sometimes we are sensitive too much. Okay, in 2015 to 3.152.36 million in 2016, representing an increase of 71.22%. Revenue, however, dropped from 3.152.6 million in 2016 to 1.300.41 million in 2017, signifying a 58.74% fall in revenue. So where is the lies? Solo? Where is the lies?
Have you gone to the document on their site?
Where Ministry of Finance and the auditors and the 2015-2016 increase from 1.8 million to 3.1 million. Then from 2016 to 2017, a drop about saying 1.3 million.
So there's a drop and there's a
yes.
And it's like I say, increase. That is what he said.
So we should credit me, boy. So we should credit the 2016-2017 to Mahama. Should we credit? Is it okay to credit to him?
16 to 2017.
Yes. Is it okay to credit to him?
Send on period. Send on me from January to December.
Yes. So should we credit to Mahama or Nanado?
Oh, say January to December. The 2016 is for Mahama. Why do you give it to?
Okay, if that's the case, offer to say agree growth for Eka Huasebia. You see, earlier no, we talked about agri growth. Where are you? Show yourself.
Go to 2016.
Neighbor. Yes, I'm going there. This is it. And I will say so my main screenshot and I'm in fan to screen as well. So the bear I have phone in a big I was here for one fancy you Naja. Juman was saying,
NC, no, I was saying Huntor, a nani didn't come to no, Munjan to Basemana.
I fast finding
didn't go NC no contribution. Huntor is contributing.
We are this show is not just say about Tanya Kasania Kokeke. When you were talking when Amaliba Kasamanyano, what did I do? I just did the fact check and I told him say what he said was wrong. That is what this show is meant for. We are not just talking.
I have to prompt you. Said you're kind and we check and
we are not.
Oh yeah, on the
no. You see,
no. Because topics are anyway. Yeah. Now he is going back on
Who raised this issue? What's the issue? Did I raise it?
No, I raised it.
Who not raise it? We have to fact check.
And if you boss, you say also agree to me.
So you are saying that
you say why are you afraid?
I'm not afraid. No, I agree because when you're not agree, you're not hinting you so. Send your money back. Can't agree your corner and go to 2023. Let's check agree.
The data is here, so data no lie. We may need the DPR. Go back. So if 2017 say boss to Bokani and credit to Mahama, then 2017 so you better credit. Okay, go back. This is agri growth. This is agriculture. And this is 2016. 2016 NA. This is the second quarter. This is the third quarter and the fourth quarter 2016. So this is it. 2016 agri grew by 3.6%.
That is it.
3.6%. Then over 2017, 3.6, it grew by 6.0%.
Yes.
So in this case, we cannot say that 6% growth.
No. No. Who call last quarter? Last quarter, last quarter 3.7. 3.6. Thank you. And I'm saying from January first quarter.
So
a year take you over the down.
So say Mahama kase o make profit our boss 2016. Now because revenue reduce from 2016 to 2017 loss na your force
said boss to say no me say boss to say no from January to December now say 2016 is for Mahama.
Why didn't you verify before making reference to that?
Who can
me na make a boss.
Who can say 2016 no say yeah e beti the amount.
Who can say Mahama koka say we make profit joy for your money no
it is untrue. Yes, because the statistics are showing.
And the very statistics, what does the statistics say?
Statistics as indicated say it is not true.
I still don't
statistics as indicated say it's not true.
You see, the only thing I want to establish is say records were 2017 a year papa no. You claim it said because it happened under you. Records were a year papa no. You claim it said
from January to December, not 2016. January to December is for JD.
The economy grew in 2017.
But 2017, first quarter,
the economy grew in 2017 by 8% as projected by World Bank, IMF. You claim say we now good that economy. Okay?
But one region.
2017, one region.
Seven another region.
And then now say boss for reduce between 2016 to 2017 as a reduce. Why is it not?
Last quarter. What's your quarter? Any last quarter of 2016.
Almost statement from the moment I said last quarter was 30 hours. Any. I said be mobile and the high. Was say revenue, however, dropped from 3.1 million in 2016 to 1.3 million in 2017. And in 2017, I didn't think I said another person a drop here. Why is it not that?
And then, 74%
Oba, 2017 was say 58.4% fall in revenue, in line with the reduction in revenue. Net profit also reduced approximately from 109.3 million in 2015 to 13.06 million in 2017. Representing that one, so Oka say 2017 and Nanado dia. It means both made loss and Nanado no Monya Mahama.
No, Mahama period. No only 2016 now come was I only started from 2013. I said man okay. Look, when Mahama period was from 2013 to 2016.
Original TV, Ghana ye DNA.
Original 91.9 FM, Original TV, na afenso no Metro TV, and na to nsa afre agidifo nyina. Ese wo meka ye ho na empaibɔ nante a yede behyehyɛ so efieda December bosomida edikan. Won fimpim bienu ene aduonu mihensan mu a eba kwaye ɔman mu nyina. Akuafo ɛda, mekyerɛ National Farmers Day no